The first season of Lockwood and Co. already featured an array of familiar faces, from the Bay's Morven Christie, Humans Ivan No Jeremiah and Sherlock's Louise Brealey. Fans are already itching for a second season to find out what's behind Anthony Lockwood's, played by Cameron Chapman, secret door, and express. Co.uk recently sat down with Joe Cornish to discuss his dream cast if the Netflix series continues. Cornish could be casting blockbuster stars and TV greats after the success of Lockwood and Co.'s first season. The series' debut in January introduced Netflix viewers to Lucy Carlyle, the first leading role for Bridgerton breakout Ruby Stokes. Joining her on ghost-hunting adventures through London are Lockwood and George Karim, Ali Haji Heshmati, though the cast is also stacked with a number of British TV regulars. Speaking exclusively to Express. Co.uk, Cornish hoped he'd be able to step things up a notch when the time hopefully comes to cast Season 2. So many people, he said. Michael Sheen I'd love to have in it. I'd love to have Gillian Anderson. There are so many. Casting the adult roles is so fun, and it would be wonderful if we'd be able to get some of our heroes in. Cornish also agreed there could be room for John Boyega to make an appearance, as they are both currently working on a sequel to his 2011 cult classic, Attack the Block. Anderson is working on her fourth stint as sex therapist Jean Milburn in Sex Education, though is no stranger to the supernatural after appearing in over 200 episodes of The X-Files. Welsh film star Sheen is also well versed in fantasy, having appeared throughout the Twilight saga as well as Prime Video's adaptation of Good Omens. Thankfully, Lockwood and Co.'s adult cast was already in good hands, with the likes of Alice Lowe, Nigel Planer and Game of Thrones Ben Compton all taking on major roles. Although Stokes, Chapman and Haji Heshmati take the lead throughout most of the series, Cornish explained why it was so important to cast some reliable names in supporting roles. Latest theory, insight, that was great, he said at the show's launch in London. Ivan No I knew from Humans and Morven I knew from Grantchester. Lou Brealey I knew as a journalist when I was in the Adam and Joe show, in the 90s. Then of course she went off to become an actress and she was so fantastic in Sherlock, so I leapt at the chance to work with her. Nigel Planer shows up later, Ben Compton turns up as well. And it's really important to have a good adult cast in a show with a younger core. Because the adults represent the stakes. They represent the real world, the gravity of the situation. And Lockwood and Co. is all about young people taking on all the stuff that young people really shouldn't. So it's a really good adult cast. Unfortunately, Netflix is still keeping fans on tenterhooks in regards to Season 2, but hopefully it won't be long before Cornish is meeting with more big names to populate his ghostly alternative London. Lockwood and Co. Season 1 is available to stream on Netflix.